Speak Between the Lines podcast.
The shit that's uncool to talk about,
we make cool to listen to.
Nah, we ain't holding up.
Damn.
Okay, now we in this thing.
All right, man. Speak Between the Lines podcast, episode 140. It's your boy Young Rez.
Join with J-Rock.
He gave us your signing in.
How are y'all doing? Oh, we did 119 last week. Hold up. Wait, that was this week.
119 what?
We did 119 downloads.
Word.
Get it? I'm looking.
Okay.
It's alive. It's alive.
We back. Back in Mama's crib.
2 weeks straight? What?
Hold on. What?
We get consistent again?
Is this what consistency feels like?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I'm not.
That nip hustle.
I'm not gonna lie. Last week's episode had me rolling. This nigga Rock is when Rock get in his bag, he can actually be pretty funny. Like when he get away from the dark jokes that this nigga be telling, and like actually starts telling like lighthearted shit that's funny. He's pretty entertaining, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts. I agree. 100%.
Yeah, bro. Rock, he was funny last week. He was funny last week, bro.
I would definitely take
I don't know where you bought that sausage, biscuit, and water from, but nigga, that had me rolling for hours, bro. Because that shit made so much sense. This nigga said this nigga paid for 2 families at Cracker Barrel.
Normally I would let you find over like, the story was, I was gonna pay for this family. My wife wouldn't pay for that one. So we debating about it. So I said, fuck it, we gonna pay for both.
Yeah.
I go to McDonald's next day.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. That I was laughing. I was laughing for a long time at that. You're stupid. Oh man, how y'all boys doing, man? What's good in there?
It's been a great week for me, man. This has probably been one of the greatest weekends of the year so far.
Damn.
Did you say well hell?
I said damn. That like the best of the year. I know it's March, but still.
Yeah, no. Well, I can say the best of the first quarter then. Yeah. Same thing though.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Hey man, the past few days have been pretty good days to be outside if you're in Dallas anyway. The weather's been nice. It hasn't been too hot. I mean, ain't no mosquitoes popping yet. It's been pretty good. So you had an opportunity to get out to this past weekend. Yeah, man, you did yourself some good. Because the weather is amazing outside right now.
And actually, I appreciate both of y'all for, giving me the time of day to let me, I didn't want to hold anything up, but it was fun. Like going to the park with the kids and the dog, like it was dope.
Pretty cool.
Bro, let me tell you, Lonnie Pooh.
That little girl, bro.
Dog, she melted my heart the other day. I saw her on Facebook.
Yeah.
They posted. Oh my god, bro! I was just like, one day that's gonna be Emery. Oh my god.
One day, dead ass.
Are you ready for it?
Dead ass. Sleep a few times, bro. That's definitely gonna be her.
My god, she is adorable, bro. Like I was just like, man, that's my goddaughter. That's what's up.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. She's something else. Yesterday was pretty cool. Texas tulips, far as fuck, but
where is it?
It's fun. It's in Pilot Point.
Oh,
Pilot Point.
Yeah.
So it's not even far north Dallas. Like it's past Frisco.
Oh, it's past Frisco.
Yeah. It's like
going to Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes past Frisco, dude. It's far. It's like an hour and a half from us.
Shit.
Yeah, but it was cool though. You go out there and there's tulips all over the place, and if you go at the right day when there's not as many people, it's a lot of opportunities to take pictures. So
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Yeah, she enjoyed herself. Yeah, man, being outside, picking flowers and shit, it was cool. But yeah, bro, thank you. She, out of like the thousands of pictures we did take, the ones that I posted are like the only good ones that she was like smile. It was like smile Alani, and she like, and like this weird ass face. And I don't know what I did to capture the one where she's holding a basket. But I was like, oh, this is actually a good picture.
Yeah, that was the one. But it's crazy, and maybe that's why I was so astonished because I'm used to the trademark Lonnie,
Yeah,
I was just like, what?
Yeah, check you out. Yeah, actually trying to look. Well, you're already cute, but actually trying to smile with purpose, I guess, is a good way to say it. So yeah, it was cool though, man. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Oh shit, bro. Let me tell y'all something. If I die from a heart attack over the next few days, just know that I love y'all niggas, bro. Because the way I've been eating is fucking ridiculous, dog. It makes no sense.
Why are you eating like that?
I don't know, man. Like I had pizza Friday night. I had Sonic in Texas
on a case.
Yeah,
Right.
No, that's not me. That's Rock.
Rock.
Oh yeah. No, Rock drinking. Yeah, I mean I'm not any better. I got Coke and whiskey over here. Nigga, I had.
That's better. That's the win.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's short time win. I'm shaving years off of my life drinking this stuff, guys. But
as he takes a sip.
yeah. Nah, bro. Pizza Friday. Sonic in Texas Roadhouse yesterday. I mean, I stopped by Brahms today. I had pizza last weekend. I'm tripping, bro. I'm tripping. I think I'm going to take a magnesium citrate tomorrow.
Bro, so you telling me that you shortening your... Hold on, you missed the battle of the year to shorten your lifespan?
Yeah. No, we were out yesterday. I hate that I missed the battle too, but we were at Texas Roadhouse when it started and I got home.
Oh, gotcha. Say no more. Say less.
So I got to the crib and I was like, kind of when I popped in, I guess they were on a break. So I was like, well, maybe it's over. But then you started messaging, like commenting on the battle. So I was like, damn, well, maybe it's going on. But then I'm wrapped up with the girls. And so I really just couldn't.
No, I get it.
So
no problem.
I hate that I missed it though. I heard it was based on what you were saying. I heard it was fire.
Jesus. Yo, me and D Woods, dog, that shit was lit, bro. That shit was lit.
Was it?
Dog. Yeah, easily. It was easily the battle of the year. Like as far as the card, like they went 4 for 4. Every battle was fire.
Word.
And they were high quality battles. It's like usually, you might get 1 or 2 out of a 5-man rotation or a 5-battle rotation. All of them hoes hit.
Word.
Bruh. I don't think there was only one battle that was like clear. Every other battle was like a debatable. Like it could have went either way depending on who was listening to it. It was fire. It was fire. And even Papoose and Remy Ma was there. They were doing interviews. They were chopping it up with everybody. It was dope.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was dope.
What Papoose doing now? I know he laid up with Remy Ma, but is he still rapping or anything?
Kinda, but I think last time I checked, he put his career on the back burner for her. Because they were trying to get her out of jail and everything like that. And they do what was that? Not Love and Hip Hop. Is it Love and Hip Hop?
I mean, it's a reality show. I know
it's one of the reality shows. So they're on a New York version with Joe.
Got you.
This nigga can literally be called Joe now. That I could have said that 10 years ago, and no, Joe who? Talking about the singer?
Oh yeah.
And now people be like, oh, Button.
I was talking about Fat Joe. Oh
yeah, that's the come up.
Nah, it is. That guy's doing his thing. What do you think about his move to Patreon?
Wait, I heard about that. So wait, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, is so he's still doing the podcast. Correct. He's just having additional content behind the paywall, right? Right. So there's different pay levels. I think on the first level you get like an extra show. I think the second pay level is like you get BTS stuff along with some other stuff, and then the third level apparently they're coming out with a show, Journey or something like that, and you get access to that. And so I got a problem with it. I mean, it's not like he's honestly like the dude should profit off of his name, and so this is going to show him where the value of his name is, because only people that's going to pay for it, people that value his content. And I honestly feel like Joe's been screwed over for so long in so many different facets of his career that anything that he gets, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, man. I hope this works out for him. Yeah,
he paved the way, dog. That's crazy to say, but yeah, like he's like a pioneer of the urban podcast movement.
Yeah,
the fact that he still does a normal show, then you get another show on top of that,
dog. Crazy work.
Plus on top of all the other shit they got going on.
That's a lot of content.
That's a lot of content.
I can see why the relationship didn't last with old girl, because I mean, when you think about it, it's like my man doesn't stop because he's got the show on Revolt, he's got the Joe Budden podcast, now he's doing this other venture with the behind the scenes stuff. He has another the Joe Budden podcast network or JPN, and so he has shows that he's managing over there. I mean, like the dude's a boss.
Yeah, he is.
Blow up is real.
Do you think this is high functioning anxiety that he's going through?
What you mean? Like he's just trying to get it while it's good?
No, just like you know how like you could be dealing with something else going on in the back of your head, but to kind of like
compensate.
Yeah, compensate you kind of over function.
That's possible.
In a sense.
That's possible. But I mean, I've always known Joe to like even when he was doing his mixtape. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. He just might be because I can't say that because that nigga was high and drunk most of the time having menage a trois. I can't front like he was working all that time. So you might be right.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. Not in relationship to him, but just how high functioning anxiety works. And I'm just like, oh, okay, this is I can see this being a thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, good for Joe, man. Good for everybody. I want to jump in the wins and losses because I'm over here kind of drinking a little bit and it's catching up to me. So
I can see it in your eyes.
No, my eye is itching. I've been outside skating, and I don't know. It's Mount Cedar in the air or some shit. Got my eyes itching.
Gotcha. Well, wins and losses?
Dubs and L's.
All right, I got a loss this week.
You didn't sell no cars when you skipped the battle?
Oh no! I sold my money. I got the money, but I watched Coming to America 2. That's my loss.
Don't spoil it, bro.
Don't spoil it too much because I haven't seen it. But
that's all I'm gonna say.
A lot of people are saying that it wasn't good.
It is because you are going against a legend in the first movie.
But is it going against? I kind of view it as a collaborative situation because I've seen 2/3 of the movie, and the first third of the movie is perfect. It's perfect. The first third of that movie is perfect.
We can talk about that later. But okay.
All right.
That's all I got.
You know what I find interesting about coming to America and the people that are saying that it's bad, because some people are actually saying that it's not. It's good.
I love that movie so far.
It's not a bad movie, but the first movie is my favorite movie of all time.
But here's the thing. A lot of young people are saying that Coming to America 2 wasn't good. But people who actually grew up in the era of when Coming to America came out, which was 1988,
right?
Like they're saying the movie was actually good. Like it was comical, it was funny. So like I don't know.
It wasn't the first one. I was expecting it to be on the level of the first one.
Oh, well, you set yourself up.
Yeah.
That was a dumb move. Why would you expect Prime? So wait, you expect a washed up Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall to pull off the same thing? Bro, you not. So you wanted Michael Jordan to come on a Washington Wizards jersey and three-peat.
Shit, LeBron may do it. They're the same age.
That's a good point.
MJ was 40.
But I mean, I'm not too mad at Jared for that because, I mean, Bad Boys 2 was able to do it. Bad Boys 2 was good.
Wait a minute. Will Smith was still in his prime then.
But you got to think of the gap in which, I mean, that was only 8 years. So, okay, how about Bad Boys 1 and Bad Boys 3?
Bad Boys 1 is the only thing Bad Boys 3 has better than 1. Has nothing to do with Will Smith or Martin Lawrence. It's the story. The storyline, actually, the writing was better in that movie.
Okay.
That was it.
So what? Okay, so right, without telling the movie too much, what made Coming to America 2 not good in comparison to the first one?
Like it just wasn't as funny as the first one to me.
Like I can tell you, it's rated R. The first one's rated R.
I mean, this was rated what, PG-13 or something?
Yeah.
I mean, but you still had the homage to everything that happened in the first one. True. Like, even where they took some of the characters, when you go back and watch the first, like, oh, I see that. So we just didn't have a name for it back then. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I get it, but it just didn't hit the same. This one felt like how Boondock season 1 and 2 was fire. Was hitting every show. Then the last season was like not every show was hitting, but only some of them.
Right.
Like it was some of the weaker episodes. It's still Boondocks, but it doesn't feel like the legit Boondocks.
I agree with Boondocks season 3 not being on part. Like when season 3 hit hard, like remember that Siri episode?
Yeah,
that episode was phenomenal. Like when it hit its hits, yeah, it was in line. But most of it, I agree, it wasn't.
Yeah, like don't remember the movie had some highs, but in comparison to the first one, to me, nah.
I think that's where you're going wrong though, because like it's supposed to be a companion piece. It's not a comparison. Like you don't look at Bad Boys 2 and say I'm going to compare it to Bad Boys 1. You just look at the evolution of the characters.
Yes, absolutely.
That's how you're supposed to look at a series. You don't say like, okay, well, I'm gonna completely compare this movie to this movie. It's the same thing with Terminator 1 and 2. And Abe, I know you don't. Damn, I can't use that.
I mean, you could. I mean, I'll still get the premise of what you're talking about as far as the example is concerned.
Okay, so hold on, Abe. Who's because I don't want to. Who's the hero in Terminator 2? Okay, so that's why I can't use it.
Sylvester Stallone.
But no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. But if you compare those two movies, it's a fight for fight.
Oh no! Have you seen Terminator 1? Terminator 1 aged horribly. That shit look trash now.
I may need to go back and watch it.
Movie.
I may need to go back and watch it, but like I remember it being.
I watched it 3 days ago. This is fresh. It's like I'm not misremembering this. It's 72 hours ago, bruh. Some of that stuff just look. Oh my god! Matter of fact, I'm gonna shoot you a text.
But the second one made the first one look better. Same as Dark Knight, Batman's Beginning.
Yeah, agree, 100%.
Rudy, I just want to say you sound so much better, bro.
Man. Oh, shit. Yo, you know what's funny? I was trying to debate whether I should acknowledge it at first because I was like, man, I should really beat them to the punch.
Yo, man, it's clear. You can hear every joke, everything.
Yeah, I was sitting. I was like, oh, it really actually sounds. Yeah, it really sounds clear.
Bro, I'm such a stickler for sound. I humbly apologize to y'all and to everybody that listened to that. I apologize.
Yeah. So I was listening to, and the reason I'm actually even really caught on sound now is because I was listening to Best of 2018. I told y'all earlier, I was listening to our Best of 2018 episode, and we were sounding like crystal clear on that hoe. But I mean, it's different, right? We were together in one room. We had better mics in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was just different. But you know, to hear Best of 2018, then to hear last week's episode, but then to hear this week's episode, you sound pretty good, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
No doubt. So I got to win. I mean, me and the family got to kick it. I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. We went to Texas Tulips, took the girls out there. Just kind of get away. Like you said, it was a great weekend to get out because next weekend is going to rain for like 4 days. So, yeah, man, we went out there. Texas Tulips is pretty dope. It's in Pilot Point for those who are in the Dallas or Texas area, which is like north Texas. I'm not gonna say North Texas, but it's like past Frisco, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's lines and lines of tulips. They give you a basket. You get to go out there and pick tulips and take pictures, and it was pretty cool. The girls seemed like they really enjoyed themselves. So just kind of get away for a little bit. The season only lasts for like 3 weeks. So
oh wow,
yeah, man, it's not long. So they'll probably end before March is out. So it was cool just to get out there. But yeah, man, that was pretty much it.
Fire.
Nice little getaway.
I'll take that. I had a dub. I filed my taxes and I saw The Power of Children.
Say that.
My Lord. Yo, when I bought a house, everybody was like, oh, wait till you get your credits for the house. And I didn't really see a difference. And I didn't know if I was just doing something wrong or like if I just didn't bring up something, but I don't know. Like it didn't feel like it helped me tax wise.
Yeah.
Gee, I did not owe a penny. And this is the first year, like, as y'all know, I accept all my money up front. Mm-hmm. Like, give me my monies. Like, yeah. I put my all the way to 10. I'm gonna get all that bread up front, and then I'll pay Uncle Sam back when I get it. Or I'll put the money aside and then, cut him a check, or we'll do a payment plan. We gonna work something out.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm getting my money first. I think this is the first year since 2016 that I've gotten a refund. And I was like, okay, that's a dub. But then the Senate passed the bill, the COVID bill. Mm-hmm. So now, what's that? $1,400 per kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's 2 kids. It's $2,800 plus
you and your wife.
Get a 28. So
yeah, bro,
that's huge. Then I found out today that they're doing part of the bill is the children's thing where they're going to give you $300 per month
the credit
per kid for 6 months. So starting in June, every month for every child you have, you'll get $300 direct deposited to you.
Facts.
Bro, you know what kind of damage I'm gonna do to this?
It's March, 9 months. Oh damn, it'll be December. Never mind. It's not worth it.
What's that? Oh, you trying? Nah, you ain't.
No, nigga, we would have already had to have a kid.
Yeah, the kid would have to be here, bro.
Yeah, man, that's cool, dude. Yeah, man, kids can. I mean, when it comes to taxes, dude, you can really rack up on kids, bro.
Yeah,
you rack up on kids. So that's what's up, man. I forgot about that credit.
That is
what we're doing.
Windfall.
Yeah, that credit's gonna be dope. That credit's gonna be nice. So yeah, man, you'll be able to do a lot of damage. And this is a lot of money that we weren't really even, at least me, I wasn't like checking for this. Like I wasn't checking for an extra 14 plus Alani. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't in my sheet for 2021. So yeah, man, it's a huge surprise for sure, but that we getting that shit.
Facts. I'm still trying to I actually need to talk to both of y'all to try to strategically map some of this stuff out. Like, you know, because we all on this debt paying journey together, and we all have different things that we're trying to approach. Like, that is a massive windfall of money to come into in a short period of time.
It is that you don't have to pay taxes on.
Right, bruh. W's,
twin W's,
facts.
Yeah, twin W's for sure. Yeah, there's something to do with that money for sure, especially your finance bag, like all of us are.
One quick thought, because this is kind of a piggyback off of what we were talking about last week. So professional. One of the things that one of the things that I've been thinking about since we had that discussion is that people that don't really want to, how do I want to say this? You know how people been like, yo, we don't need to raise the minimum wage, or we're going to vote no on people getting the money at a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason that people are voting against it or are coming out against people getting so much money is because they really don't want people to get a massive amount of money and do right with it. It really has a feeling of like, well, we only want to give the money to people who are just going to get by. We don't want to give the money to people that's actually going to do something to put themselves in a better position.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of like what they're saying without saying it.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, I think they know that people probably won't spend it because there's nothing to spend it on. I mean, you can't travel anywhere, so you're like kind of just stuck with the lump sum of money. I mean, unless you go to Vegas and blow it, because Vegas is really the only place that's open. But I mean, yeah, I think what if you make $75,000 a year, then you get all of it. But then if you make over 80, you don't get anything. It doesn't drop down like it did the previous checks.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah,
that's stupid.
Yeah, of course they're afraid that people are actually going to do right with it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are seeing over this past year, they're seeing how important it is to have money in the bank just for cases that happen like this. So they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so people, if they get it, they're not going to be quick to spend it on bullshit. At least they shouldn't be quick to spend it on bullshit. They're going to be quick to spend it on some other shit. Right. If they're quick to spend it at all. So
right.
Yeah, because literally putting the money in the bank doesn't stimulate the economy.
At all.
The only thing that stimulates economy is you going buying J's, you going buying a new car, you just blowing money for no reason.
Yeah, but I mean, it stimulates it to a certain degree because the bank can still use it to invest, but it doesn't stimulate it from a consumer standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because the money is still yours. Even if the bank does whatever they want to with it, it's still insured. So you still own that money.
Right.
So
and they still making a profit off of it.
Yeah, they still making a profit off of it. The bank is anyway. So yeah, man, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot of bread, dude. Ooh. I don't even know what to do with. I don't even know. Ashley been talking. Ashley, she has ideas. I'm sure she has ideas what to do with this shit. But
I got a game plan. I'm gonna run by y'all after everything. After we finish. But because y'all gave me really sound advice last time, so yeah, I kind of want to run this one. Let's see what y'all thoughts are.
Sounds like a bet. Sounds like a winner. Winner chicken dinner. Man, so there was something that happened, dude. I want to kind of get y'all's thoughts on it. And it's honestly, it's not really a big deal, but it's been bothering me to a certain degree. So I had a friend reach out to me a few weeks ago, right? Now I want to say that they send this text message to multiple people because it wasn't like really addressed to me, but they said, "Hey, I'm looking to get out of my my job. It's really stressful. Of course, I got a child, so if you can find anything that's work from home based, let me know." And so I reached out back to her and I was like, "Well, what exactly are you looking for?" And she kind of started naming off some stuff, and marketing was one of them. And I was like, "Well, I think our job is hiring." And so we spent. So we chopped it up on the phone. I was just kind of talking to her about what she was looking for and what experience she had with marketing and social media and all that stuff, because that's what I do. That's what the company that I work for does. And she kind of told me everything. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, how about we do this? Let me see your resume, see what it looks like, because I think you can do what we do because you've done it. Now, you may not necessarily know the technical terminology for it, but you know it. So got a resume, went through it, made some adjustments, literally went job by job, changing different stuff. And I was like, okay, well, when you submit your resume, let me know. I'm cool with the managers. I'll have them pull your resume. So she's like, okay, cool. But then she starts like second guessing herself, I guess. And she was like, man, I'm really overthinking. I think I'm overthinking it. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this job. I don't know if I'm good at it. Like, I'm like, well, no, you'll be fine. Like I said, because you know what to do. You may not know the terminology, but you've done what we do. Yeah. And she said, okay, cool. So she submits the resume. I wait a few days. I hit my manager and I said, hey, are we still hiring? He's like, yeah, cool. I have a friend that just submitted the resume. What's their name? Their name is such and such. Okay, cool. I have HR pull their resume. Just like that. And he was like, well, do you want to like hyper up a little bit? I was like, yeah, we know she does this, she did this, she did this. So if y'all are able to interview her, that'd be dope. He said, okay, cool. Mind you, she's still messaging me, overthinking it, guessing, like second guessing everything, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, look, trust me, you're fine. It'll be good, right? Next day, early in the morning, HR reaches out to her, wanting to schedule an interview, right? And so she tells me, my manager tells me, hey, HR reached out to her. I'm like, okay, cool. And so I'm like excited and all this stuff because I've been like giving her tips, like what the interview is going to be about, what you should know, all this stuff. Like,
you give them the job. You give them the job,
basically.
So she, a few hours passes. She messages me and says that she withdrew her application. And I said, okay, well, why? Like, what is your thought process? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to do this job. I got my baby here, and I don't know if I'll be able to jumble the job and the baby. I'm like, but like, I'm telling you, you'll be fine. The job is flexible. We have flex PTO. It's salary, so it's not like if whatever you don't get done within your work period, you're stuck. Like if you kind of get caught up during the day, you can hop on late at night and it's not gonna be a big deal. And and so she was like, I know, I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be able to do it. And so I didn't even respond after that because at the point I was kind of
pissed off.
Yeah, I
was feeling some type of way. I don't know if I don't even know. I was mad.
Shit,
I was mad, and I couldn't understand why. I mean, maybe I understand why I was mad, but I don't know, dude. It was just kind of bothering me because it was like you reached out in desperation, it seemed like. And then I don't want to say I walked you into a new career path, but I mean, This is probably, I mean, what I did was probably as close to being an inside person as possible, dude. And it's like you didn't like jump on that. So it bothered me, boo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It bothered me. And I didn't want to say this story because I don't want to turn this into like a bashing thing. Because people have the reasons as to why they do stuff. But at the same time, it's like, yo, what's good?
So what I'll say about it is, number one, you can't want it more than what the other person does. And that's ultimately what happened. You wanted to fix the situation more than she wanted to get out of the situation. Now, as far as her not being comfortable, I get that. Because like even in the job that I'm in now, like when I was applying for it, hey, I've been at my job 8 years, I know it, but it's like, okay, do I know it enough to explain it to somebody brand new who doesn't know the job? I can tell a job to somebody who knows the job because you understand the jargon, you understand everything. So like I get the uncertainty of it because I just like literally just this week, for the first time, I'm helping out with a new hire training class. And like, okay, you're gonna do this part all by yourself. Nobody's watching you. It's just 2 new people, and you have to teach them by yourself. I'm like, holy shit!
Time to grow up.
Time to grow up, right?
And it's like, you just jump into it. But if you don't have enough faith in yourself to do it, you can't make that jump. And like, I use myself as an example. Like when my brother was trying to teach me to do IT work.
I remember that.
I was going through it, studying. I studied my ass off. And like when I got to him to test, he's like, well, you're not doing enough. And he's like, man, I know you know it, but then I wouldn't meet his standard.
Right.
So it's like, because of that, it made me doubt his belief in it. Like, so I know in this situation, is this, you're telling me you can do it. You know she can do it because you know the job, but she's in her mind. Like, because I don't know what she's failed in life either. So she could be holding up a previous failure. It's like, well, somebody told me that I could do something in the past, and I didn't succeed in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, and she threw out there, man, I don't want to mess up your reputation. I'm just like,
well, it's like, I don't want to say late for that, but I mean, that was the point I was gonna make. Is like, sometimes people we're so selfish in like our desires and our needs, we don't really think about how this affects the other person. Like, not to say anything, but you actually put your neck out on a line for somebody. So like, once you start getting the ball rolling, when you're from a job perspective, it's just like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to my manager. I'm gonna go talk to the person, have HR take time out of their day to pull a specific application for a specific person for a specific reason, because I was asked to hype them up. Hey, you want to hype them up? Oh yeah, right? So we go through all that manpower just for you to then turn around and be like, I'm out. And so then in the future, it hurts somebody else who actually really wants it to hit Ave up, potentially. Because I've had people work at my job and literally like they flamed out like in 2 months. And so it kind of hurt the next time I try to help somebody else out because they're already thinking about the person that I brought in last time. So whenever you're ushering someone into a company, you're basically tied to them.
Yeah, you are, especially if they get the position.
Yes. So I mean, it doesn't hurt as much because they didn't start the job and then just flake on you. At least they did that, didn't go that route.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you may want to tell the person like, hey, Ave, you know what? I didn't take the interview.
Which she did. She did say that.
Did she say it first, or did you call her? Because didn't you find out first from the manager, or did she call you before the manager told you?
No. The manager hadn't told me anything. No, the manager just told me that HR had reached out to her.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, then, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like Rock said, it's just we don't know what's going on in her life. Like, there's 3 sides to every story.
Yeah. And I the thing, and y'all are right, dude. Y'all are really right. And I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
I can say from a parent standpoint, I can get her point about being responsible for a certain amount of workload while you have kids. I don't know how old our kids are, but if they're young and they're like all over the place, so they're really dependent, it can be really distracting. But like you said, you can work at night. Sometimes it's like the sacrifice. So like there'll be times like at work where like the day goes by, but I have to watch the kids because I may be the only person here, right? And so that just means that once the kids go to sleep, I have to then go back to work to do. So I'll be grading calls and doing stuff at like 1 o'clock in the morning,
right?
You know, or like I'll work on the weekend,
right?
And I'm not salary.
And that's the thing. I guess I was in my mind, and you guys are right. I don't know their story, and I'm not even trying to understand what they're going through. But I just feel like
that's honesty.
I just feel like I honestly feel like she would have figured it out, and maybe she feel like she wouldn't have. But I feel like, you know, people they kind of figure stuff out, especially when stuff is like given to them. It's not like she was scraping for a job. I mean, she had it was handed to her, and that's why I'm not trying to like harp on it too much. And I think I'm harping on it too much because I devoted so much time into helping her. Like it wasn't like she had, you know, solid marketing experience and she had an already built resume, and it was just her submitting it and me saying, hey, manager, look out for this role. It was like we spent 2 weeks like line by line going through different jobs that she's had in the past, and I was making sure that her resume, yeah, because I was
you know what it's like? It's like when you do a network marketing and you prospect somebody and then they be really hype. You got that one sit down at the Starbucks. They see the presentation. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. Like I got a list.
Yeah.
Like that." You're like, "Yo, this person's talented." They sound educated. You know, introduce them to your upline and everything like that. Get the true make off.
All that.
Time to do that first in-house meeting or that first briefing. Flaked.
Out of there.
Oh, I can't do it. Like I actually, like, fam, you already paid the money. Like, nah, I ain't with it. What?
Yeah,
we just spent like 2 weeks.
2 weeks prepping, getting you ready, talking to the upline.
You got your why. You got your story.
You got your why.
You got your why. We done sat down for 2 hours. Done made your list, your hot market, your
that hurts.
Market. Right. We know who your reds are.
We know who your reds are. We know who your reds are. All you gotta do is just show up. You don't have to do anything else. Just call people and just show up.
Facts.
That's it, and we'll take care of the rest. But I don't know, man. Yeah, it does. But you know what? And I've been thinking about it a lot more than honestly I'm willing to admit, but from different areas and different aspects, right? And I think that's the problem with me because my mind is so analytical. And I blame that on chess, Scooby and chess. But, you know, I spent a lot of time focusing on that. Like, damn, like, you know, what was this about? I'm trying to understand that. But then my mind kind of switched to then focusing on me, because that's what I do. Like, even if I take a negative situation and I'm dealing with somebody else, it's not even a negative situation because this isn't a negative situation. She just did what she felt right to do. And there's nothing negative or positive about that. It's just a choice that she made. But even in this situation, I kind of just thought about myself and was like, okay, what opportunities have I been handed that I just didn't even, you know what I'm saying? That I didn't even just take, you know, I didn't even just dive in and take. And so I sat down, dude. I was like, man, because I could think of like 2 right now that have just been like, look, here it is. Here's the guy. Here's the person. Here's your mentor. And I just don't pull the trigger for whatever reason. So that's why I'm honestly not faulting her too much, you know, because I've done it too. And I probably even can still continue to do it. So
let me ask you, for those 2 times that you did it, was the other person more invested than you were in the situation?
No, they were just available. It wasn't even that. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just availability. So it wasn't even to the level of, I'm not gonna say it was not to the level of what I committed to the situation, but it was just like, call me and we start whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I just
never called.
Just never happened, dude, for whatever reason. And I think this situation is I guess maybe it's allowing me to like look at myself, because that's like I said, well, that's what I try to do. Like I try to any situation before I just bog down too much on someone else, regardless of how upset it made me. I always look at the situation and I try to find a situation similar that I've dealt with or I've experienced with, because like I said, we're all human and we have different reasons as to why we do or don't do something. We're not perfect. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting, dude.
That's noble, bro. I actually I'm gonna take that from you. I wish more people would do that, but I'm definitely gonna try to do that more.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that helped me out. I was mad at first, dude.
I know.
I was mad. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It'd be like,
into a new career
on a fast break.
It.
You be on a fast break. You got the 2-on-1. You throw the perfect lob, and they just blow the layup.
They just blow the layup. Don't even catch the ball. Hit their fingertips,
bro. Hit them in the head,
like, and nobody's guarding them.
Nobody's there, dude. 2-on-1. Dude came out to me because he thought I was pulling the shot. I bounced past it to you. You missed the ball. I bounced past it, bro.
And you kick it out of bounds, bro.
Yeah.
We only had 2 seconds left on the clock. We were down 1. Like,
bro, down 1, bro. Speaking of it, did y'all catch the All-Star? Any of the All-Star stuff this weekend?
It actually just started. An hour ago?
The game did, because they got the celebrity game and the dunk.
I don't think they're doing a celebrity game, are they? I saw that they're gonna do the slam dunk contest.
They're doing the 3-point contest.
Yeah. They're doing the celebrities because I didn't see them.
Yeah, I thought they did. I mean, I didn't watch any of it, but I thought they did.
Yeah, no, it's going on right now. Like literally, I think the actual game starts in like 17 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or it might be on already. I don't know how much time has passed.
That's what's up. Yeah, I know this is the weekend. I know women are out there getting stuck. I just saw a GoFundMe. Apparently, homegirl bought a one-way ticket to Atlanta. And she thought that her unemployment check was going to hit, and couldn't fly back.
No.
And so she put out a GoFundMe because she was stranded in Atlanta for All-Star weekend.
She couldn't just Greyhound
$80, dude. I checked, but that's not even the crazy part, bro. She put the GoFundMe up. Now the GoFundMe raised $1,500 before it was taken down. Full, yes. $1,500.
You know what? I'm just gonna make a GoFundMe. Like bump this, dog. Like
just because, bro. Yeah. Just because. I just be like, bro, how? Honestly, a lot of people who were donating were talking shit. So I honestly feel like people were just paying $5 just to
roast ass.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I mean, but it's basically the same as prostitution.
GoFundMe is the same as
What? Yo, what just happened here?
GoFundMe is the same as prostitution.
Yeah, basically pay a little bit to take a little bit.
What little bit is she providing through a GoFundMe?
A little bit of enjoyment of their day to flame somebody out.
Oh my god! He said same thing as prostitution.
You know what? OnlyFans, GoFundMe, prostitution, it's all the same stuff.
Man,
fans only, yes.
Fans only.
I thought it was OnlyFans. It's fans only.
It is. No, it's OnlyFans.
I was about to say
OnlyFans. Yeah,
that's awkward.
It's OnlyFans. No, but some people say fans only for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a little fad.
We're dumb. We're just dumb people.
Bro, OnlyFans. You know what? OnlyFans is just so wild to me. So I sometimes I go through like these phases of where like I think about all the shit that's out now.
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans, premium YouTube. I mean, Red.
YouTube Red, yeah.
Not YouTube Red. What's the premium? Like premium Pornhub, premium X videos, like the premium stuff where you can post content and like people pay for it.
All the stuff that we don't know anything about yet.
Absolutely. What? I don't know. No,
I'm actually being educated just now. What?
Yeah. Not that Rez left me on that ledge by myself. This nigga, he was rolling all them bitches off at the mouth last week. Now he like, oh, I'm being educated. Me, I don't know what the fuck Abe's talking about.
There's a premium.
Oh shit!
But I kind of go through these things. It's like, man, all this shit out that's out now, how much of this would I have even thought about doing if I was like a broke college student, bro? Like, would I create like an OF, put like a masquerade mask on or something, and get in my bag for a few dollars?
He's got the 50 Shades of Grey mask on.
I'm just saying, bro.
Oh.
Shit, I was donating plasma for $25. Shit.
Yo, Abe have a Master Zorro hat on.
All that. You still won't know who I was? You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. No, okay, so help me out here, because I mean, well, one, to Abe's point, I mean, yeah, if you were young in the game, like in your early 20s,
yeah, bro,
like, and you're getting paid to do that to other people
with consent.
Women, let me clear that up for Abe.
Yeah,
like,
do that.
Other people, wait a minute, what is that? Like, but yeah, I can see that. My question though is, like, in a world where the internet exists, why I don't understand, like, the concept, and maybe I'm too far out of the game, but I just don't understand the concept of paying money to see something that I'm apparently learning today. You can
that you can see for free.
Yeah, you can see for free.
I don't get that.
Are we just? Is it just a difference between watching in 720 and 1080p? Not that I would know these things. I'm just saying.
Yo, VR is amazing.
You know,
hey, you are the nigga with the headset though, so
Facts.
bro, this nigga right be watching VR porn.
VR, bro. What does that even look like?
I don't know, man. I've never done that.
Nah, nigga, don't bullshit.
Don't do that.
We here now. We here now.
Don't do that.
What is that? What is that about?
What is that experience like?
No, so I've never actually done the VR part of it, but it's like when you have the headset on, it's like watching in a theater. Is all it is.
I mean, we know what VR is.
It was just a theater experience. That's all I'm saying.
It
was like being.
I do understand the definition.
It was like being.
What is the specific category of VR like?
Yes.
I've never done the specific category of VR.
Come on, man.
Like, can you see the
Real talk.
You got a whole set, bro.
A whole headset, but I've never done the specific category for VR.
We know what's happening tonight.
Why not? Why haven't
Facts. I'll tell you next week how it is.
I want to ask next week.
Yeah, I am too. This will not be a drop subject. There will be a carryover.
Oh my gosh, I forgot what we were even talking about.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Fans only.
The All-Star.
Yes.
Yeah, the OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah, dude.
Well, so I was watching a video on it, and like, cause I was like, I don't understand the mindset of it. It's like, well, you get paid access to the person too, so you get to message them, and they'll respond back to you.
So
I don't care that much about it though.
Apparently, it's a market for it though.
It is.
So it's but it's like back in our days, like if you could message Lacey Duvall and then she respond back to you directly. Right. And it'd be her. And then have it. Right.
Can you imagine if it was like a call center? Or like a text center that you think you're texting these porn stars, but it's really like Joe. Joe on the second floor getting in his bag. And you just know like, God. This Lacey Duvall. I was just texting Lacey Duvall, but this nigga. It is a market for it though. It is a market for it. I know of someone who did like you know, like the phone sex thing, where they'd be like, "Ooh, yeah, let me."
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Banking, bro.
And I couldn't imagine it was a market back in our day for that shit.
Yeah, in the 90s, I wasn't picturing that, going to a payphone and putting a quarter in each other.
Ooh, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
What are you doing?
In the middle of a shopping center, like.
Bruh, it's like, I'm like, fam, like the payphone is see-through. I can see.
Yeah, bro, that shit there is crazy. But I mean, I think if we're being honest, porn is addicting, right? It can be addictive, and so you're always looking. Some people or whatever this market is always looking for that next kick, that next high, the next buzz. It's sometimes stronger than the last one. And so if there's an opportunity where, look, I can listen to you talk, or at least I can think that it's you talking, or like even like the webcam shits where, you know, like you see them.
I don't get that either.
So the thing about, I think, at least with the webcams, I think they're more personalized. Because right, like you submit coins and they're like, oh, thank you, Big Daddy Rock, for that $5.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. This was $5.
Yo.
but also OnlyFans.
Yo,
what are we talking about today? What's on the list?
Apparently nothing. That is hilarious. What? Hold on. Go ahead, Rock.
No, but it's like they have that section on OnlyFans where you can request a video and then they'll make a video and send it to you.
For you.
Yeah, for you.
For you.
Yeah, I want you to do this only for me. With this $5.
Oh, is that what that means? So OnlyFans, so like you pay money and then you give them a specific request and they do it in exchange?
No,
well, you have to do that for more money to get another video. So you have to pay for the access, then pay for another video on top of it.
Yeah.
What part of the game is that?
It's this new shit, this 2020, 2021 shit. Yeah. So OnlyFans is, which it was made at first for just exclusive content if you're a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, sex finds its way into any and everything. And so it's been sexualized to where, look, if you want this exclusive content of my titties, you have to pay for them. And people pay for them shits. And so that's kind of what it's turned into. What Rock is saying is you have opportunity, I guess, to make personalized stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can pay that extra $5 or whatever. And they'll be like, Big Daddy Rock, here go my titties. Just for you. I wrote your name on my titties, Big Daddy Rock. Here you go.
I paid $10 for that.
I'm just lost, bro. I mean, wait, what did you say?
I had to pay $10 for that. Two $5 bills.
What?
One for each titties.
Too late.
This is nuts.
My thing is, I have no idea how we got here, but my thing is like, I could have sworn we were from an era where like that just happened. Like you just get a text message, it's like, oh, boom, there it is. Like you go on the internet, you know, apparently, and you just type in a couple keywords and then something.
There they are. Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't even before our era, like you just pay for an escort.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I pay you to do a video it's just a video? Like I could actually pay for you
to get the real thing.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It's something about exclusivity, and people are willing to pay for stuff that people who aren't willing to pay for it don't get. If I can pay for it, and this is just pricing psychology now. This is even off of OnlyFans. But if you have a service, right? I mean, there's different levels of service. Even with StreamYard, there's different levels of service. Like you can get the free version, or you can pay for this and get all this other shit. It's the same thing with sex. It's just as widely available as the content is. It's just crazy how people are still willing to pay for certain stuff,
and the amount of money that people make off of it.
Yeah.
No, I know people that literally was like, "Yo, I'm gonna start one." And I was like, "Why?" But apparently, there's like a whole industry,
dude. And could you imagine? And it's like, what I spend, a few seconds making a video of me doing X, and people will pay for that video. And it's not like I don't have to escort, kind of like you were saying, Rock.
Right.
I don't have to put my body out there. I don't have to expose myself to different men, strange men, sexually transmitted diseases. I'm in my room. I'm in my house. I got my shit right. I got my light here. I flash my camera.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Y'all say
I got my
setup. Where's the Zoro mask at?
I got my setup. I close my door. I do my thing for a few minutes. I post it and I go back in there and I chill. I watch TV. I wake up. I still go to work the next day, and it's just residual income. People pay a monthly subscription for that shit, dude. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Okay, not the hustle.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was back in my college days, I'd be like, what? You could do what and make what?
Yeah.
Not saying that I'd do it, but
I would think about it.
You would have considered it.
I would consider it.
Like, this is easier than blood, and it's more fun.
So
yes, for real.
Would this been one opportunity that you didn't take the call back on?
Wait, what'd you say?
Look, would this be one opportunity that you didn't take the call back on?
What you mean?
Only
like you had a mentor, you had an OnlyFans mentor.
Oh,
hey man, hey, I got this camera, I got this lighting. The only thing I do come over here for 5 minutes in this Zorro mask.
I'm really trying to figure out how desperate I was in college. No, I don't know.
Wait,
for the sake of now, I'm going to say no.
No, of course not.
Hindsight is always 2020.
Yeah, for the sake of now, I'm going to say no.
So wait, so they'll do a personalized video, not to harp on this, but so they'll do a personalized video, and then it's just them, and people just pay for it.
I mean, well, them. I mean, they may have partners. I mean, it's literally the same stuff that you see on different websites. I'm pretty sure it's the same. It's the same exact content.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what if you had an OnlyFans? Like, just because I just started the whole YouTube thing. What if you had an OnlyFans page and you putting yourself out there, but you just not catching fire? Like, it's just no traffic.
No traffic. Ain't nobody seeing your shit. Nobody checking for you.
That's tough.
That
you done degraded yourself and you ain't profited. It's just like, it's tough.
Damn. So yeah, you got your titties or your balls out there because niggas do it too, and ain't nobody checking for you.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
You activate that page,
especially one of the family members or your coworkers find out, and you ain't got no traffic, so you just take all the L's.
For real. And so more people still know about your shit, but ain't nobody paying for it. Oh, that's trash,
bruh. You got
that's trash.
More people that cheated does actually subscribe. That's tough. That's a tough conversation to have, boy.
Oh my gosh,
we are not hitting in these streets. You're not trending. You ain't nothing.
You ain't trending.
You ain't doing. You ain't getting no retweets. You ain't getting.
Bruh.
What are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about?
What were we talking about?
We 57 minutes in.
All this happened just because you brought up the NBA and the girl getting stranded.
And we spent 20 minutes on.
We had no idea what like this was not supposed to be.
Well, I was going to ask. And this is going way far back. I was going to ask if there was ever an opportunity that y'all was presented to, like spoon-fed, that y'all didn't take. That's what was going to be my question after my story. But we are so far removed from that. I don't even know if y'all even have an answer or want to answer that now.
I'm not really interested in it anymore. I'm not in the mood. I'm in a whole different bag right now.
Like, where do you go from OnlyFans? Right? Like, what do you even take this podcast? What do you take this episode now? What do you think? What, Judas? We take it to Judas?
Nah, we're not doing that. That is not the transition. We are not for the disrespect the legend with the OnlyFans intro.
With the OnlyFans segue.
Good Lord.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, nothing else, dude. There is money to be made out there, dog. If there's money to be made, there is, dude. There is a lot of money to be made in different ventures and different ways, dude. You can get it. I think this pandemic has really taught us that. It's like
you can get it.
You can get see? But yeah, man, you can if this pandemic has taught a lot of people nothing, it's like people are willing to break bread if you let them know that there's an opportunity out there in which they want to spend their money. Because people, I mean, not everybody's not broke.
Facts.
Right? Shit. I mean, people been at the house chilling, like I said, making videos on OnlyFans. But yeah, man, there's money to be made. There's opportunity to make bread. So, but I try to get away from OnlyFans as much as I can.
I got nothing for you.
Oh my god!
Find your way out of this bag.
I think Abe, he has his sleep mask on. That way, he blocks out his eyes. And that pink light with the background with the lights on it.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Your whole background just looks sus right now. Like
It looks sus.
like the lighting, like
What's wrong with my light?
he was like, "Oh no, you need a camera light like this." You know, when you do your video, then you got the purple in the background,
the moonlight.
Yeah, you got the Prince, the Prince going on. Like,
oh my goodness,
you got the whiteboard over there with your clients' names on it.
Right. You only want me to do what type of video?
Man, y'all can't, y'all niggas ain't never been desperate.
No, no, not that desperate. Not knocking it, because some of them living better than we are.
Oh,
Super
easily.
Facts. Like some of them living way better than we are.
Super facts.
Matter of fact, some of them ain't getting a stimulus check because they made too much money from OnlyFans.
Man, for real.
What?
That stimulus check is going to help so much, bro.
All right. So what about this segue? Since the topic of stimulus checks are here, like, what do you think is? I guess what do you think is probably the top 3 things you would recommend people do with the stimulus check if they don't need it to survive, but they're getting it anyway?
Oh, that's a great job, Rez.
I've been doing this for a little bit.
Thing, spend on fans only.
Right back, bro.
We were almost gone.
It's too easy. But nah, seriously. First thing I would say is savings. For people like yourself with kids, you know, you can start a college fund with it, or you can start a trust fund and just slowly build onto it. So that way, once they're adults, you know, you can have generational wealth for not only for your kids, but, you know, possibly your future beyond that. So I would say that, you know, savings and then building towards the future.
Hey,
I ain't mad at that. And this is for people who don't need it.
Yeah, like they're just getting it.
They're just getting it just to get it.
That's
because
the whole beef, right? They didn't want people who like didn't need it to get it.
Right.
And what I had to say is because they don't want people to do right by it.
Right. Okay. So need it, like they still have their job, they still have their house, they still have to make rent.
Yeah.
I would, if I'm getting an extra $1,400, I would act like I'm not getting an extra $1,400. And so if I have debt that I can pay off, I would just pay it off. Yeah. Like, or pay towards it anyway. And then like you don't have it. Mm-hmm. Because you don't need it. Right. You know what I mean? Like you said, you're not, trying to dig for scraps and, struggling to make groceries and all this shit. You don't need it. Right. And so don't do anything with it. I mean, don't not do something with it. But if you have debt, credit card debt, you trying to pay off a car or something like that, put it towards that. And it's like you never even got it. But you got it because your debt is less, but your bank account is somewhat the same. And you're still gonna get paid on Friday. You're still gonna be able to make groceries. You're still gonna be able to do this and do that. So if nothing else, put it towards debt. Off rip. If you're blessed to not have debt, then you have more options, right? Like you can put it towards your savings and still not do nothing with it. If you're looking to getting into the stock market and investing, you can do that. Do it wisely. Do it with financial help, financial assistance anyway. But I mean, I wouldn't say blow it, but if you don't need it, the thing is like you don't need it. So the smart thing to do would be to put it towards something, right? And you really can't go anywhere. I would just say, just don't blow it. Don't blow it. I can't tell you what I'm going to do with ours. I haven't even thought because I haven't even put that money into my equation. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't even
bring it here. I'll show you what to do with it.
I bet you would. Yeah. So it's not even in my equation, dude. So I like kind of like my robocall check, right? Like I know it's coming, it's going to be here, but when it get here, it's going to go towards something. Like I'm not going to be able to spend it on anything that I want, or I shouldn't. I'm not going to. It's going to go towards something. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I think
one thing, if you're going to pay off something, because I am with the whole like just Like if you're gonna eliminate a debt, eliminate it. I'm kind of kicking around this thing with paying off a debt that frees up the most money. So like if I owe $2,000 on a credit card and I owe $2,000 on furniture, and then I'm getting a check from the White House or United States or however you want to, or the IRS, however you want to say it, I'm gonna pay off the one that's gonna free up the most money. So my minimum payment might be like $120 on the furniture, and it might be $50 on the credit card. Well, I'm gonna pay off the furniture because it frees up extra money. I'm gonna free up that 120, and then next month I'm just gonna take that 120 that I would have put on that and put it on the other debt, and just chop it down that way. So I think I'm more on the, like, if I'm gonna pay off the debt, I look at the return on interest on the monthly payment first. Now that may not be the best idea, just because I've heard interest. You want to pay off the one with the highest interest or the lowest interest, like Snowball versus Avalanche.
Yeah, Ramsey, go ahead.
You know what? No.
Yeah, what's wild about that? I don't know if he like actually had to cough or was that a part of like his skit? Because he was like, "Were you?" Oh,
yeah, that's part of it. It was part of it.
I thought you really coughed.
That was dope. That was dope. But no, I'm just on that tip. Like if I'm gonna pay off a debt, I'm gonna pay off whichever one frees up the most money, like immediately. And then if a person doesn't have debt and they don't have it already, Roth IRA. I'll start a Roth account with the quickness.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man. It's so paying off debt is so interesting, dude, because it really takes like, you have to have like a strong mind to do it. It's not like some shit. It's not some shit that you can just be like, oh, I'm gonna just pay off debt, and then you just start doing it. Like that's not what this is at all. Like you actually have to have like a mind where it's like, all right, hey, look, I'm going to pay this off, and it's not going to be easy. Like it's going to be a bunch of bullshit because I'm bringing in money and it's going to something else, and it's going to something else that I've purchased years ago. You know what I mean? And
it's probably breaking down as we speak.
Probably breaking down as we speak, dude. And you still got to pay on it, and it's the game of getting out of debt is trash, but it's rewarding. But if you allow yourself to really stick with it, it'll pay off in the long run. I was talking to my homeboy, and we kind of talked back and forth. And he used to be big on like, or he probably still is, but he was big on. Okay, so you know how like I do a lot of shit myself, like I do the brakes and I do shit to my car because I want to save money. And he was always on the line of, well, you could do that, but some people just pay money to have other people do it so they don't have to. Right. Like for time, right? Like I'd rather pay somebody to do it versus me spending the time jacking up my car, taking my wheels off, changing brakes and all this stuff. And so he finally decided, he was like, I'm going to change my light bulbs myself. I said, dope, cool. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good place to start, I guess.
It's a good starting point.
People pay money to change light bulbs.
It's a good starting point. Hey, people, if you go to the dealership and they say, hey man, your light bulb is out, they're not going to pass you as a registration. You want to change it.
I'm about to say,
not in the bedroom, nigga.
No, I think it was Inception. I think J-Rock did Inception on me because I saw him do this and I immediately was like, light bulb. Like he planted that idea at me. Like that was hard.
No, like the light bulb, like your tail light, not
I got you. Right.
So he said he's gonna do it himself. I said, oh man, that's dope. That's cool. And he ended up doing it, and I said, you should do this. You changed your light bulb, but you went to AutoZone, paid like a few bucks for the light bulb, changed it yourself. Went on YouTube, changed it yourself, right? It's like, yeah, I did. I said, you should do this. You should call Lexus and ask them how much it is to change your light bulb. And he was like, well, I know I saved money. Why do I do that? And I was like, here's the thing. When you attach a number to it of what you saved, then it does something to you subconsciously. Like when you call Lexus and say, hey, how much it is to change my light bulbs, they tell you $250. but you spent $5 getting light bulbs at AutoZone. It's like, damn, I saved $200 and something doing this shit myself. And then it's like, okay, what can I do with this other $200? And so it's just kind of, I mean, it's really, when it comes down to debt, it's really about, like I said, having a strong mind, but then also subconsciously and consciously telling yourself, like, look, if you do shit yourself and you realize how much you save, and how much you're able to allocate that savings to other places, especially debt, it pays off, especially mentally. So
that's fire.
Yeah. So hopefully he does it. I think he should. Because every time I do something in my car, like I ask the dealership how much. Like when I changed my brakes, I went to Firestone for another reason. I was like, hey, how much is it to change all the brakes on my car? They said, oh, it's gonna cost you $500. But I paid $75 to buy the brakes from AutoZone and a day to do it myself.
I about to say, you know shit, you give me $150, I come out there and do it.
Right.
No, so yeah, man, that's just the thing, because with debt, you're gonna learn how you're gonna have to save. You're gonna have to cut somewhere. You got to save somewhere, and you gotta do a lot of stuff, especially if you want to be aggressive with it. You have to save. You have to find side hustles. Sell cocaine like Jared was doing when he told us he was selling cards.
You know what I'm saying?
He was moving weight. You got to do something. So. Your ass is goofy. So yeah, man.
Can't be on camera when y'all talking about the drug game. Hold up. What we doing? What are we doing? What? Oh, the keys.
All jokes, man. All jokes. But there's freedom in debt free, dude. It really is. Like,
absolutely.
I hadn't thought about my debt paying off journey so much until like recently, because I know what being debt free feels like. Like my student loans are gone. I mean, I didn't have a car note when I had the Honda, and
you still have the Honda.
Yeah, I still have the Honda.
Man, I already got rid of it in his mind.
Abandoned it in his mind. That's crazy.
Mentally, that shit is not. I need to get rid of it. You know what? Once I pay off my car, I actually might really consider getting rid of the Honda.
All right, there's 2 episodes in a row that Honda's popped up.
I know, man. I know it really is. But damn, y'all threw me off. What the fuck was I talking about?
You're debt free. You've been there before.
I've been debt free before, so I know what that's like. And to have life change in the snap of a finger, where I lose my job, and then I go through my savings, and then I have to like start using my credit card because I don't have a job and I don't really have much of a savings left, and now my car is messed up, so now I got to buy a new car. So now I got credit card debt on top of $20,000 worth of an auto loan. Like, it happens quick. And so man, so to be so focused and just paying it off that I didn't even realize like the journey that I went through to get to this point of only having like $7,000 left on my car, and that's it. It's like I don't know, it's pretty interesting. So I say bro, I say all that to say, like, regardless of how deep you feel like you are in debt, you can always get out of it. I was what, $26,000 in debt after not having debt, and then having like $12,000 in the bank.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To go from that to being in the whole 26 G's, but then to be almost out,
Facts.
So you can do it regardless of how deep you think you are. Shit, homegirl just paid off $90,000 in 3 years.
Bruh, and I can't wait. I can't wait for her to come on this show.
Did we book her?
We did for the 25th.
Oh, cool. That's going to be fun. I can't wait. That's going to be a good episode.
And I'm kind of glad that we're kind of on this kick leading up to her, because I feel like, like we're novices at this, right? Like we have good principles to a certain extent, as much as we think we do. Yeah. But she's done it. Like, she paid off the equivalent of what me and my wife are in now, right? Because I think last time we checked, we were like at 100. And I remember talking to one of my family members, and they literally straight up told me, like, they ain't never paying off their debt. They said, why? For what? Like, I'm just gonna pay the minimum until I die.
And see, but here's the reason for that. Here's my answer to that. I used to have the same mindset about it, so I got serious about paying it off. Is because I was in a financial class, but we had a black financial class at work a couple months ago, and not last month, and said the difference between financial and generational wealth is most black families leave debt when we pass. We leave a bill versus leaving a inheritance that most black families don't expect to get anything when somebody passes.
That's true.
So if you're able to pay it off, and even if you're able to just leave your next generation at zero, you're not putting them behind the 8 ball.
That's a great point.
Yeah, for sure.
So imagine how easy their life could be, or how much better if you could just leave them with $10,000.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Even something small, 5,000, 2,000. Right. You're leaving them ahead instead of them behind.
Right. That's why I feel like life insurance is so important, dude. Mm-hmm. So that shit's so important. And like I have it set in my mind now, like if I were to die because I had a heart attack because I ate so fucking bad this past weekend.
Call back.
And drinking today.
Because I'm like 2 shots in because I ran out of Coke, so I'm going to shots now. I want to I literally want to have paid off my car to where we have no debt, and so the life insurance money is theirs. Like it's Ash's and it's Alani's. Like we'll have the house if the house isn't paid off for by the time I die, but literally all they'll have to pay is the house. Like we won't owe anyone. Like we're not gonna have anybody knocking down our door trying to get bread. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I told y'all a few weeks ago, shit, if they can find an Amazon box big enough for my black ass, put me in that. Because I literally want all the bread to go to them as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Well, for that, what you like, once you get your debt paid off, pay off your funeral.
Yeah, my mom. That's what I was gonna say. That's very similar to my mom. Because what Abe is talking about is, my mom's like, "Yo, cremate me because it's cheaper." And I never even thought about that. But I remember her calling me. I was on the highway, and she was just like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about my funeral." And I was like, "The fuck, what?" Mm-hmm, right? Yeah. And then she was just like, "Yeah, I actually found out it's way, way, way cheaper to cremate me than to bury me. I want you to cremate me." And at first, in my mind, I'm fine. Like, nah, like we're not doing that. Like, I'm thinking tradition and everything like that. And she's like, bruh, like, what she said, bruh. She said,
nigga.
But at the end of the day, whatever she said, she was like, I'm not there anyway. Like, my body, I'm going to be with God. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna care what the heck. You better get this money. And she literally said it just like that. She's like, you better get this money. I'm leaving this for you. You can go blow this on some ceremony that I'm not gonna care about or appreciate. Like, I don't even like public gatherings like that.
Yeah, bro.
I know when I want a funeral.
Yeah. Don't think I'm gonna be in that bitch like in like floating over the ceiling, looking at all the people like say shit about me. Like, nah, like, yeah, bro, burn me up, dude, and take all this bread.
And she broke that down.
I have a dark joke. I have to apologize first. Go. And if you go into hell, these fires ain't gonna be nothing.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm so sick of Jared. I complimented him at the top of this episode about how his jokes are like so funny when they're not dark. And of course he had to bring in a dark joke.
That's why I apologized first. But it's like
but yes, cremation is much more inexpensive than a proper burial. Because maybe I think you're paying for the casket, right? You're paying for the land. Mm-hmm. Like, nah, dude, that's a bunch of bullshit. For what? For me to be in the ground and bro. I've seen and riding, and I've seen videos of like TikTok videos of people digging up old burial sites, and the tomb is filled with water, bro.
Wait,
filled with water.
People TikToking digging up bodies?
Yeah, like people that work at burial.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
Yeah, nah, not no thieves.
What is happening?
They work at the funeral home.
Do it for the vibe.
Yeah, they dig them up for whatever. They dig them up for whatever reason. But yeah, like they'll pop the top off the tombstone. Tombstone will be filled with water, bro. filled up with water. And the thing about, I actually heard this from a funeral home director on a video that they posted online. They said, like, spend as little as possible on the funeral. And because what's going to happen is some funeral homes, they're going to look at what you have in the insurance policy and try to maximize that out. Like, oh, you got X amount of dollars that you can spend at from the life insurance policy. Oh, let's do this. Let's have doves fly and real flowers, and let's do a whole motorcade that leads from downtown Dallas to the funeral home that's like 27 miles away. Like, man, nah, dude.
You know what's crazy? Because the last funeral I went to, the one I was leaving out, another funeral was coming in. They had a horse-born buggy bringing the casket in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? Are you for real?
Be like, so wait, let me get this straight. You want me to spend an extra $1,200 on real flowers that are gonna die a couple of days after the body's buried?
They're gonna want you to. Now you can do whatever you want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just imagining them having that conversation with me.
But for a lot of people, it's guilt, so they're willing to spend more.
Dive on that. Don't just skid on that. Dive on that a little deeper. What are you talking about?
I like that. Hey, that's gonna be. You better remember that. That's a new one. That's one of the ones. Dive on that. Don't just.
Nah, because it's especially if you feel like you could have done more, or if you should have been there more in life. So if this is your last opportunity to be there for that person, so you can make it make sense. You can justify spending money. It's like, well, I wasn't there the last 5 years of life, or I was in the past 20 years, but when they needed me to be there in death, I did everything I could. So they use that to make themselves feel better, to absolve themselves of the things that they didn't do.
That's one of the most shallow things I've ever heard, but it makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, because then you got the funeral home in your ear, like, oh, wouldn't she love this? Wouldn't she love this?
I'm pretty sure they pray on that.
Yeah, it's a sales job, of course.
It's a sales job. It's all about money.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's
tough.
Oh, I hope I don't get caught up. I'm praying I don't get caught up in that, dude. Because you always feel like once somebody's gone, you always feel like you could have done more. Regardless, you could have done everything under the sun. Yeah. But once they're gone, you always think about the moment where you always think about the moments where you didn't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You start feeling regret. You start feeling bad, and it's like, man, like she should go. She should go outright. He should go outright. They should go outright.
That statement there.
Yeah.
Look, nigga, I told Ash, I was like, man, I don't want nothing elaborate. But what about your family? I don't want nothing elaborate. If I got to put it on paper, I don't want nothing elaborate, bro. Like, give me a. You can put me if you want to put me in a casket for people to show up, pull up, but don't put me in the ground, dog. For what? For what, man?
I never really thought about the funeral aspect of it until this conversation. Even though my mom brought it up, I always kind of mentally put it like for her. But
you're not ready to hear that yourself.
Yeah, I mean, so I took out a life insurance policy. Me and my wife took out a life insurance policy last year, in preparation for the kids. Mm-hmm. So like if I go, like everything's wiped. If she goes, everything's wiped. Mm-hmm. And if we both go, then them kids are rich. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, like
they better name me the Godfather real quick.
They better put a picture or something up of me. Like they for real,
all pain,
like something. Like I better be a portrait over a fireplace in a suit that I've never worn before. Like,
you gonna Photoshop the suit on. Don't Photoshop the suit.
Dude, they better make me taller and everything. Like you better give me the works. But I never thought about the funeral aspect of it, and I do need to consider that. Just because, like, hell, even what I was going through a couple weeks ago, like I could have, like, what would happen?
Yeah,
and that ain't even been a discussion yet. So I do need to get some things in order on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all do. Like I said, I need to not re-up. I need to add. I was going to add more insurance, but I mean, I can't now because you got to do the whole health screening, and the way my fat ass be eating. They gonna charge me $100 a month.
I can tell you doing it in your 30s is different than doing it in your 20s. Like, dude,
Super facts.
Oh my God, I think I was paying like $20, maybe 25, and I was getting like, oh, hold on. How much was I getting? Hold on. It was, I think, 100K for 25. But now I re-upped, so I added 400, but it's costing me like 100 something. And it's like literally, I'm just 12 years difference?
Yeah.
All right, so my life insurance policy is actually getting ready to expire. So is everything I pay, is that locked in? Do I have to get what happens after that?
What do you have, a term? You have term or you have
that's
life?
a good question. Term or whole?
I have to go back and look at the paperwork to see what it was.
If you have term, it shouldn't be getting ready to expire.
Yeah, term you should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not an insurance expert. Like, go call.
I'm not either. But I mean, if your term is going to expire, but you got like a 10-year term policy or something?
Yeah.
Oh, was it 10?
Yeah, because it's been I got it since I've been in Texas, so it's probably like 5 years. And it said I just got a letter last week saying I need to call the insurance agent to see about changes.
That's super short. Maybe you just up for. Well, I don't want to say a renewal. Call them, like, because that's a super short time period.
That is. Yeah, that is.
That's like somebody
thinking
I'm about to check out now.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like term. I'm thinking 25, 30, 35 years.
Yeah.
If you're getting a term policy,
I think mine is up when I'm in. I think 50 or 6. No, I have to be like 60.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens at the end if you have to renew it, or does it get to a point where it's paid up?
No, not term.
No.
Okay.
So how term works, and I'm not a licensed agent, but how term, to my understanding, works is you pay for a term. When you pay for a term policy, you can choose 25, 30, 35 years.
Right.
And then if you were to pass away, let's just say you got $1 million policy for 35 years. If you die within that 35 years, you get cut a check $1 million, or your family does.
Yeah. Right.
But if it expires and you're still living, you can re-up, but it's going to be more expensive because you're going to be old. You're going to be assisting them. Yeah.
Way more.
Now I need you to go and run that bread back that I've been paid into it.
Well, no, I mean, it's insurance, right? Like, I mean, shit, you got what, USAA or whatever insurance. Like, if you decide to leave the company, they're not going to give you that money back. It's the same thing with life insurance. So,
but when it comes that day for the renewal, it's going to expire one way or the other.
But the goal in which you should, because typically term life is less expensive than whole life, and there's a lot of different complications that I don't fully understand that comes with whole life.
Yeah,
but the goal with, at least to my understanding, the goal with term life is you get this term policy, and hopefully by the end of your term policy, you would have enough in net worth that would pretty much cover the amount of whatever your term policy was for. So, you kind of just, it's a security blanket, right? Like insurance. So if you were to die before you were to make real money or save real money or pay off debt, then that expense, or you get that policy and it covers your expenses and all this stuff. So that's how you're supposed to treat term policy anyway. Whole life, I don't understand, but I know that it's more expensive, and I don't know, you pay into a policy and you're just supposed to be able to get some of it back, and I don't know, but that one I really don't understand. Term is cut and dry, so
I
like cut and dry. Man,
I think that's all we got, right?
I don't know. Yeah, damn, this nigga Rod got me over here thinking. He got me. It is all we got because we an hour and 28 minutes in, but Rod got me over here thinking about that. The guilt, the regretting, and all that stuff. And I'm over thinking, like, damn, am I spending enough time with the people that I should be spending time with?
I will say that probably the last 5 years I spent way more time with my dad and my mom, because once you start clocking past 65, 70, I remember having a conversation with him, and he said I have more days behind me than in front of me.
Yeah.
I
hate when my parents say that.
When he said that kind of crystallized. I was like, wait, hold up. Like, is he mentally already getting ready to check out? Like, or is because, and then every time I would go down to Shreveport, they would always come back from a funeral every month. Like, there was always a funeral, and somebody they knew passed away. And so that's when I really took it upon myself to be like, look, Like when these kids get here, I need them to spend as much time with my parents as possible. So like every month we drive down to Shreveport.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
I need to start. I feel like I need to start doing something because we just went to a funeral a few weekends ago, and the son of the mother who passed away, he just kept saying, "I thought I had more time."
Right.
Like he says, "I thought I had more time." But you can get so wrapped up in your own life where you just think the people who have always been here will always be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's not the case.
Yeah,
That's
that's one thing. I don't spend enough. I don't spend enough time going to see my parents as I should on both sides of it. But I know in my heart that if they were to go today, I wouldn't regret anything that I did.
right.
Because like I've made a conscious effort to fix the relationship with my dad and my stepmom. I have a good relationship with my mom and my stepdad. So it's like I've fixed those relationships where I wouldn't feel bad for not doing.
Right. I respect that. And that's a great place to be. I think for me,
of course I say that now and then if I find out tomorrow I'll be devastated.
well, I mean, of course,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
why wouldn't you be? But I mean, that's why like even at night, like I'll pray to God and I'll literally thank him for maintaining my friends and my family. Like, thank you for protecting my friends and my family. Thank you for allowing me another day to like be with them, to be able to speak with them. And you know, I know prayer is supposed to be like some not a freestyle, but it's supposed to be different every time. But I do kind of have like a go-to for like my family and my friends because I'm very aware that people check out like fast. Like I remember being in high school and one of my homeboys, like he was way more popular than me. He was like one of those guys that would be in the yearbook for like most, you know, likely to succeed type of stuff. And he died before the graduation. And it's just like, the hell? So it's just like, nah, fam. Like even my dog, like I literally like I remember yesterday I sat on the ground and just chilled with him just because I like in my mind I'm like I have to appreciate these moments because like he's what 13 no what year is this 2021 I got him in 2008 and so you know you start adding up the years like oh snap like hold on so yeah I would definitely say you know even if you don't feel the need to spend more time with people like just shoot a prayer up for them you know or just thank God for like the fact that they're here. I pray for y'all all the time, bro, like all the time, like just because it's like y'all are my best friends. Like I don't know where I don't even want to think about never mind I'm not even gonna say that,
Man.
yeah
Bro, I'm over here looking at my little homie now. He on the floor, dog. Nigga just is old.
talking about Roman or X
Exodus,
yeah.
the little one, the badass. Yeah, man. But he's still like bouncing around, vibrant and stuff. But there's gonna come a time where he's gonna
it's real, bro.
Get slower. He's probably lose his vision. Then
that shit hurt, bro. Like I that shit hurt. I know you know, Abe, but I mean like that shit hurts, bro. Like, and that's a pet. So think about like a mom,
person,
dad, like you know, like a friend, like that is just like, bro. I got a funeral I gotta go to Saturday. It's like shit.
Yeah, man.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. It does. Man, this episode was all over the place. All good conversations.
Yeah, but the Rangers, like, no, but that's honestly, you know what? Hold on, DR segment. I missed that sound effect, bruh. But no, that's what makes us so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know we ain't been really on our game as far as like, you know, consistency. You know, the things that are important, like being good. You know, you know, things like that. But honestly, like when we firing on all cylinders and we on our A game, like, bro, that's honestly what I think separates us versus most podcasts is we can go in and out of a conversation so easily. And you can get your highs, we can be laughing about something, then we get low as hell. It's like the emotional transition is all over the place. So I think like that provides a lot of value to people.
Yeah.
And then we constantly bring in people that actually know way more about a particular topic than we do. So we learn while everybody else learns.
I was actually in the midst of our conversation, I was thinking who would I know that is an expert on life insurance that we can just bring on. So I think that'd be a valuable conversation to have on the show.
I know a guy.
Do you? You think hop on?
Yeah, I can text him right now.
Okay, cool. I think a lot of people, especially people of color, we don't realize how important that is, and how important it is, one, to have life insurance, but two, at the same time, for it to be available. Yeah, at the time, because you find a lot of people, they are, once the person passes away, the family's tearing up the house looking for the policy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one, do they have a policy? And two, if they do have one, where is it? And you're going through folders and files and all that stuff. Man, I think when I re-up my policy, I'm going to, of course, make a copy of it, but then I think I'm gonna email it to myself, I'm gonna email it to Ash, I'm gonna put it up somewhere. I'm gonna have multiple copies of it somewhere. So yeah. That's the last thing that you just have to worry about. Does this nigga have enough insurance? That should be the last thing. Where's the policy? Can't find a policy. That should be the last thing. You're already grieving at the fact that I'm gone. Now you're having to go on this treasure hunt on something that may or may not even be there. So
right. No doubt.
Yeah, man. Let's get out of here. Well, this is another week where we didn't talk about Judas and the Black Messiah. I tried to slide in there. Y'all didn't want to slide in there after the OnlyFans conversation, so I said, all right.
I didn't want to slide in there because we were sliding in the OnlyFans.
Right, it was wet enough.
What are you talking about? What are we doing? No, it's just that's one of those things where we have to. You know what? If y'all are down, I'm willing to record again this week just so we can have something dedicated to it, because that's one of those things you can't. I don't want to disrespect the game that.
Jumping off of OnlyFans, have y'all seen Judas and the Black Messiah,
bruh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do it like it's an afterthought, type of deal. That's just as soon as we got to the OnlyFans, I was like, well, this is a watch.
We still on 50 minutes. We still on OnlyFans.
Yeah, Jesus, bro, we stayed there.
My G, we would have literally done a 30-minute breakdown on Judas and the Black Messiah and a 50-minute breakdown on OnlyFans. We're not doing that. What are we doing? Nah, bro. We not for yo. You know who would have been hot? A Kikio. Kikio would have been bro.
These trash. I had to wait 3 weeks.
I waited 3 weeks for this shit, for these niggas to talk about OnlyFans for an hour, and then to give me what I requested, only give me 20 minutes of it,
bruh. So we can't do that. Hey, my boy said, when does he want us? When do we want him to pop up to talk about life insurance? He listens to the pod too. So
okay, is he good?
Yeah, he knows the shit. He definitely knows the shit.
Niggas, they hop on first.
That's true.
That's A soda policy and be like, yo, let me
Let's tell you about this whole life real quick.
That's real talk. Hey, so the policy in 12 months.
Hey, so the policy niggas.
Be like,
license finna expire. This thing license finna expire. He finna renew that shit just so he can have it active for the podcast.
That is funny.
No, we just joking, man. We just joking.
No, that's real talk. I'm about to ask him hey,
and tell him we don't need no policy. He come on there. So, hey, do you need a new policy?
Yeah. Everybody on the show already got a policy, bro.
Man. Look, we gotta start vetting niggas, bro. We gotta start vetting niggas.
Yeah, bro. No, I'm with that. I'm with that. We finna get a questionnaire. Just text it to him. See what the responses are.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'd be cool though. I think that's a conversation we should have definitely for the culture. So yeah, man. I think that's it, dude. I really want to talk about Judas, but we can't right now. We can't give it 20 minutes.
Yeah, we can link up again.
Shit, that's be like 5 minutes. So that's it. Yes.
What do you think? It was good. Real good.
Real good movie. This it? Yeah. Okay.
Unexpected ending. Like damn, bro. You don't know history? All right, man. All right, let's get the hell up out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Check out our older shit. Check out Speaking From My Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts at. And we'll catch y'all next week. I guess we're gonna record again to see if we can do Judas and Black Messiah.
Yeah, let's do that.
We gotta get that out. And I'm pretty sure something will happen between now and then we can talk about. That's not OnlyFans related, but
$5 go a long way.
What? What do you say?
$5 goes a long way.
Oh my gosh.
$5.
Anyway, all right. This is JJ signing off.
It's Big Daddy Rock.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you gotta follow that. Go ahead.
Really it's got great.
Speaking to Lions, we out of here.
What?